Hi, I'm Eric Davidson, the developer of Quillscape, and this is a day in the life. So my mornings vary quite a bit, and I don't always read first thing in the morning. I would say it's fairly random, but as long as I do something creative that's unrelated to my job, then I'm pretty happy with however my morning plays out. This morning in particular, I was just reading through the book Bird by Bird, which I've read all the way through 6 or 7 times, and who knows how many more times I'll read it throughout the course of my life. But it's an incredible book filled with a lot of really keen advice on overcoming perfectionism. Video editing has become kind of a sub-hobby of mine that I really enjoy doing. I finished up my morning just doing a little bit of work on a video essay that I'm making for one of my favorite games of all time, Outer Wilds, that has had a tremendous effect on me in the past year. I do have a full-time job as a software engineer working on marketing technology for a large company in North Carolina. So there's not much to say. For most of the day, I'm just working. 'This is kind of my get out of a funk workout go-to. And the lighting in here is really bad just because I haven't opened the garage yet. Yeah, workout's really simple. Basically, I have this 21 vest in here. Put the vest on, and then 10 minutes. Set a timer for 10 minutes and get up and over the box. Back and forth, just as many times as I can. Last time I did this, 10 minutes, I did 103 with the vest, up and over. So as long as I'm over that this time, I'll feel pretty good about it. 106 this time, plus or minus maybe one. Oh man. The plan for today in the evening is to implement the foundation for a spell check system in Quillscape. The initial attempt is very much brute force. You essentially, with the spell check system, have a list of the English words that you want to consider correct, and then you just loop through the words that you're checking and you make sure that they are in your dictionary. If they're not in the dictionary, then you can assume that they're misspelled. Here you can see the word spelled incorrectly, and then it shows up as red, and it seems like it's working. The issues begin if I have a large number of words, and in this example, about 30% of them are probably spelled incorrectly, but when I try to run the spell check with even just this many words, everything freezes up. The application locks down, and obviously we need to make some improvements to the efficiency. So it's not very efficient, and I thought I could kind of draw it while on a piece of paper, but apparently I don't. Apparently I don't really know how to use cameras, and the focus keeps going in and out. Let's take this example. Let's imagine that instead of having 300 to 400 to 500,000 English words, I only had 5 in the English language, and those words were aardvark, crucial, said, the, and zebra. Well, the choices are fairly limited, but I can still build out a sentence using those words, and that sentence would be, crucial aardvark, said the zebra. The current implementation would be to go word by word. So starting with crucial, it would compare itself against aardvark. Either this is the word that the person is trying to spell, or the word that they're trying to spell is further down in the list. So let's just keep looking. We'll look at the next one. Okay, wait a second. Now this looks better. The key here is that it took 2 checks. Now the dictionary, if you'll notice, is organized alphabetically. So zebra, just because it's much lower down on the list, will have to check many more things in order to find out whether or not it's spelled correctly. This isn't so much of a problem in this simplified example, but this is only 5 words. We're essentially saying this is a language of 5 words versus the real life example in which, like I said, there could be anywhere between 300 to 400 to 500,000 words. So I started writing down these things, and the first idea I came up with was the concept of reorganizing the dictionary so that the most commonly used words are placed earlier in the dictionary list. The other way is to try to build a system of caching the spell checking. With a caching system, you would basically save whatever it was that the user just spell checked. It might be helpful to know that crucial aardvark said the first 3 words of the sentence had not changed, but a very simple way to improve all of this that is actually provided natively by Godot is to just use a dictionary. It is just a data structure that will have a significantly more efficient and faster find function than an array or a list. I can load that JSON file, I can have it as my dictionary, and then the rest of the logic is fairly the same, except now it's much more efficient, which this has the unfortunate implication that I didn't implement these changes. This is just, I was using the wrong data structure to begin with, and now I'm using a better data structure for this, but it's still a huge improvement. And in the program, I now have a chapter of over 8,000 words, but now everything is back running smoothly and everything is a lot more efficient. So that's it for the day. Some days have more progress, some days have less, but I think days like today are great because on average, all you really want is to make a little bit of progress consistently. Because if you can do that, it's inevitable that you end up making some pretty cool things. So I really appreciate you joining me for the day. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you'd like to learn more about Quillscape or hopefully even wishlist it, then you can do so with the link in the description to the Steam store page. I wish you the very best, and hopefully I'll see you in another video.